We stand behind you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's better than a hug is a good strong drink. All right, no.
3 shots
Not too late, Johnny. You can go get one.
Yeah,
of piss.
I just got us up and running, but I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick. I'll be right back.
Do that.
Good.
Well deserved.
Ugh. Oof.
Yeah, so Jesse, that ladder match was really, really good.
That was awesome. I'm surprised Cody didn't bleed. Well, he got a little color on his lip at one point, but he didn't start gushing at all.
No, yeah, truly shocking.
But that was incredible. That fucking cutter, the freaking crossroads.
See, I looked away for the crossroads. What's happening?
Oh, you missed it.
Yeah. Love you too.
Aw, thanks, John.
Yeah, that cutter was slick.
So good.
Like perfect. Jumping off a ladder and slamming a dude's head to the face cutter.
And I thought it was pretty cool when he hit him with the belt at the end and he just fell off. That was cool.
I think I may have shown a little bit of underwear on stream, maybe. I don't know.
Damn it.
No, I
you
didn't
missed
see it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I would have been like, ooh.
I mean, I would show off my underwear, but I'm not wearing anything fancy.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I'm not wearing any.
Oh, well, that too.
Yeah. Nothing fancy. Nothing at all.
Well, I mean, like, most of my underwear
Party in the
has,
front
like,
and in the back.
cute patterns or, like, cartoon shit or, like, Christmas stuff because I get underwear for Christmas and whatnot. But today I'm just wearing, like, plain teal boxers. They're very boring.
David, is
No,
Christmas
not.
the
Teal's
only
a great
time?
color.
Is Christmas the only time you get new underwear? Because that's concerning.
No. Like,
Easter
I'm doing the
too.
show in my underwear. Fuck you guys.
Oh, yeah. The front buckle automatically makes me think someone's dick is coming out.
Yeah, no, that's immediately where my mind goes.
I like how you
Alright.
say you're going to show your underwear, stand up, and then immediately sit back down.
I said I'm doing the show in my underwear.
No, yeah,
Oh.
you didn't say I'm showing underwear.
Oh, okay.
Just to
Yeah,
show
I
you
thought.
how enjoyable a plain
All right.
blue pair of underwear can be.
Quit.
Boom.
Check. Make sure our stream is like hot tub or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Me and Malkova, we coming for you.
Oh, goodness gracious.
What's that
Gotta get-
amaranth lady?
Gotta
or
get a
whatever?
amaranth on the show at some point.
We're gonna start licking ears.
Yeah. Johnny, we gotta establish some new metas here.
All right. So you guys ready for the second countdown?
Just a
What do you
second.
mean? This is we just logged in.
David getting butt naked. Are we starting the show butt naked tonight, guys? Is that
Is
what's
this a
happening?
naked show?
It's usually how we end the
No,
show.
I'm not getting butt naked. I was just going to take off my pants so that I could
The
Oh,
show
Lord.
is ridiculous.
my underwear.
Good pair of underwear.
How many?
What's wrong with those underwear, David? They're perfectly fine.
I didn't say they were bad underwear. They're just like it's solid color. Most of my underwear have patterns.
Well, you could make a pattern on it real quick, if you know what I mean.
I mean, honestly, now that I'm looking at it, I never realized, but these underwear are kind of like jaguar teal.
Yeah, there you go.
That's why you wear them, David. You're secretly longing for Duval.
I
Because
Oh, God,
Duval is balls.
I meant to fucking take a picture. I was in.
I'm gonna go get another beer before we start the show.
Oh my god.
I think I was in Lakeview. I was in some neighborhood of Chicago and I passed by a sign that just said "Let's go Jaguars." I was like, I don't think that's for Jacksonville. There must be like a local high school team.
I've got this stupid issue where the Twitch chat dies on me randomly for no reason.
Oh,
I cannot figure it out. I kind of know what the issue is, but like, yeah, let's see. Yeah, sometimes the connection just closes and then it never tries to reconnect. Okay, I gotta fix that. All right, so who's ready to do a countdown and start the show?
Born ready.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my god. Don't stop recording. Hold on, I'm gonna see what's going on here.
Don't stop recording.
John, are you still wearing your
gonna see
underwear?
what's going on here.
The soundboard is connected. All right, we'll play it that way.
Welcome to Game That Tune.
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? It's Game That Tune, and we're back in the house once again. It's your boy John Harrington here. We've got John Regan with us. Say hey.
Hey! My soundboard's working again.
Hey, if Tim was saying hey. God. We got Jesse Moore. Say hey.
hey.
And we've got David Fleming. Say hey.
Hey!
Hell yeah. Welcome back, guys. Game That Tune in the house for episode 276. And my God, guys, what a show we've got coming for you tonight. If you're just joining us here on Game That Tune, what we're going to do is listen to some video game tunes. We've each brought 3 songs from a game. We're going to try and guess each other's games with the songs and a little bit of trivia. We're going to goof off and have a lot of fun. And the winner at the end of the night picks a theme for the next episode and plays their bonus tune. And our winner last week, celebrating his 6th anniversary on this show, the illustrious, the glorious, the beautiful boxer short wearing David Fleming. And David, you get to tell us the theme for this week's episode.
So I went with a classic theme that I care about deeply, which is a relevant theme with the upcoming release of Pokemon Legends Arceus. The theme is games with monsters.
Mm-hmm. Now, I do have to ask you something, David. Is it Arceus? Is that a hard C in that name?
I don't know. I've heard it's pronounced both ways. That's just the one that I decided to go with for this episode.
I heard they were trying to make it so it didn't sound like ours because they realized in European countries, they're like, oh crap, people are going to say Pokemon ours.
I mean,
here is
you deal with it, guys. I don't know. Maybe make it like a sh sound like Arceus or something like that. But yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter. What's important is that apparently Pokemon Legends Arceus is apparently getting pretty good reviews. So I'm looking forward to playing that game.
I could definitely see it being problematic if it was announced. It's like, here is the god of Pokemon, Arsehole. Like, dude, yeah. We should maybe change that.
Yeah, but I mean, also,
even if it was Arkhole, it still sounded kind of weird.
Arkhole sounds pretty gross too. Or if it's just a giant like Pokemon butt, like
Pokemon butt.
Have they made because they have Pokemon made out of everything now. There's that Pokemon that's a bag of trash. There's the chandelier. Do they have a butthole Pokemon yet or no?
I mean, that's a good question. There's those 2 overlapping starfish, but those have been around since the original 151. So.
That should actually be the next Pokemon tits and Pokemon ass.
There is one. It's like a rock. It looks kind of like a what's it called? It looks stupid. It's like looks like a butthole, like a gray butthole with like an eye where the butthole would be.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. David's gonna Google Pokemon that looks like a butthole. But yeah, we got a great show coming for you tonight, guys.
Roggenrola.
Oh yeah, Roggenrola. That one is pretty stupid looking. We got 5 fantastic games featuring monsters. We've got a fantastic fan request. And we gotta jump right into it, Johnny. So let's start off with game 1.
Game 1.
That is a butthole.
Told you.
Yeah, call my butthole Roggenrola. A real Rogan roller. Johnny, we can't hear the music if it's playing.
It's not. Give me a second.
That's cool.
All right.
Real rock and loja.
I think I know the issue here.
Yeah, we should put rock and roll on the poll for the movies. A real rock and roller.
See, I thought at first when I thought when you said rock and roja, I heard like rock and loja.
That's what I said.
Billy,
Yeah.
your mother's right.
Billy, your mother's right. I do look like a butthole.
Okay, here.
Wait till I evolve, Billy. Got to put calcium as milk.
All right. This game features 15 different transformations, including a mermaid, a magician, a robot, a dragon, a bodybuilder, and a slug, and a whole bunch of others. All right. Let's see how you guys did on this one.
I figured it out with the trivia. Once you said you could turn into a robot or a slug, I put it all together.
Good.
Yeah, the transformations into like mermaids and everything definitely helped.
Yes. Johnny still working on his masterpiece. Looks like a dick that's on fire, and that's incorrect. John says metal slug. That is incorrect.
What?
And David said Shantae for GBC. That is also incorrect.
What?
What?
This is Nobody Saves the World. And it's a new game, and it's made by Drinkbox, the same people who make the Guacamelee games. And
Okay.
so they already have a pretty good record, in my opinion. And so this is a like dungeon crawler kind of Zelda-y game, more combat focused than puzzles, but you're basically this like kind of like soulless husk of a person. You've got no like eyes, and you find a magic wand, and you can turn into different like things, and so you level up those things to be able to change into other things. And eventually you talk to a hammer person, and the hammer person is like, I know a thing or two about transforming, and he fixes your wand, and then you can like mix and match abilities from the different transformations. So like you could be like a slug that shoots arrows, and
Dope.
it's pretty cool. This game has, you can be a horse, which is pretty cool. And the
Clop,
weird
clop.
thing about being a horse is his attack is kicking. And most horses, like this horse, kicks with his back legs. So oftentimes you have to hold the R trigger and run through the level backwards so you can kick things, which is
Fuck
pretty
yeah.
That's
hilarious.
awesome.
Seeing
That sounds great.
a horse just running around a dungeon backwards. Also
mean,
shooting arrows.
It makes sense. It's that video game logic. Like when you fucking use the like the cannon on the tank in Grand Theft Auto 3 to like propel it through the streets and go super fast. It's like, well, you got to do what you got to do. This just makes sense. Yeah, got to run the horse backwards so you can attack forward. I get it.
Also, I'd like to nominate this game for Best Mermaid in video games, because the mermaid in this game is pretty freaking awesome. For one, it looks scary as hell, which is awesome. She's got like crazy sharp teeth and is basically not what you expect a mermaid to be. You're like, mermaid, okay, it's probably gonna be like a big old titty woman. Nope, they're like, this is gonna be a fucking fish hag who like fucking wrecks your shit. And she's got some good abilities, and she can swim. She's great.
I have to say, I am all in favor of this because mermaids are creatures that are supposed to like entice men to the water and then drag them under and drown them, but everybody just makes sexy mermaids you want to fuck. Like, no, I want scary mermaids.
Yeah, this
Where are
is
the scary mermaids?
I want
great.
scary mermaids that I want to fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I want a mermaid that I'm afraid of how much I want to fuck them.
Yeah, Tay
I'm
posted a picture
terrified
in the
and
Discord.
turned on.
Like
She's pretty-
like Fry
pretty dope.
said on Futurama, like, why couldn't she be the fish part on the top and the lady part's on the bottom?
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for, baby.
Okay, I'm looking at the picture that was posted in the Discord of what the mermaid looks like, and yes, that is what I want out of a mermaid. That is badass.
Yeah, it's got like a
Oh,
fun
wow.
art style. All the monsters are cool and or gross looking or great. Like it's a really just cool looking game. Like some of the humor's kind of hit and miss, but
Sure.
it's tough to write jokes in video games. And but like
It's also, from the look of it, it's looking like almost like some like Ren and Stimpy, or like, I don't know, like some.
maybe
I'm trying to think of like what fucking animation, like kind of gross, weird animation this is trying to emulate. Like, yeah, it's fucking cool looking, but maybe the humor is a little I don't know, tied to the hideous style.
yeah, some of
maybe.
it's
Maybe it
funny.
misses.
Some of it's kind of like cool. Let me just go kill stuff. And,
Right.
So like a lot of it is like it's very grindy, but it's a fun grind because you can like mix and match abilities, and I like finding different things that work together, which is real fun. Like if you
Wait,
start,
by that, are you saying that there are things that don't work together?
well, like certain abilities work better teamed with others.
Right.
Like because one of the things in the game is some of the monsters, because there's monsters in this game. I've mentioned
What?
a few times. And they have like a shield on them, and the shield corresponds to either like piercing damage, poison damage, or like one of the other two damage types. And basically, as long as you do like one attack that does that kind of damage, you can knock the shield off. So mixing and matching your abilities, you can like give your slug like piercing attacks and like a stomp move, even though he can't really stomp because he's a slug.
Right.
But
That's
the
what I was thinking,
slug
like,
does
it'd be
have
funny
a
if you
cool
could-
ability. Go ahead.
It'd be funny if you could combine abilities and discover like bad abilities. Like doing the fusion dance in Dragon Ball Z, and you come out
yeah.
fat Gotenks. Like, it's like, yeah, you combine the mouse and the mermaid. It's like, well, that's fucking useless.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's like combining, different powers and everything doesn't always come out great. It's like, yeah, I imagine, because I'm looking at the list and there seems to be like an archer. I bet like an archer and a mermaid would be awful because you can't really shoot a bow and arrow underwater.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't quite work.
See, and if they thought that all the way through, that'd be really funny. Like, yeah, the mouse can climb on walls, but the mermaid also has no feet, so it's a bad combination of things. Like, yeah, I would love to see that.
Like for example, I had to race a witch around a racetrack, and so
Probably want a horse for that.
yeah, so I was going to use my horse, but I noticed my slug has an ability that makes him like zoom around and leave like slime everywhere.
Oh,
And that ability makes him run faster than the horse. So I put that on the horse so I
Slug
could race.
horse.
So like I just zoom off and leave a big old trail of slime, and the witch is like, "What the fuck?" And I beat the fuck out of that witch with my slimy horse.
Isn't Slug Horse the off-screen villain from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
Slug horse. Yeah.
It is, Johnny. Or it's the guy from like the 6th Harry Potter book. But
Oh
I
Yeah,
don't
isn't he
expect
the
you guys
one
to
that
know
like
about him.
runs the Dragon Olympics or whatever?
Yeah, maybe. Sure.
Nathaniel Slughorse.
Yeah. That's him, all right.
I thought he was the guy they named that school in Jacksonville over. Nathaniel.
That
Oh,
He-
Nathan
Nathaniel High
Bedford
School.
Slughorse.
Okay.
Yeah.
People who live outside of Jacksonville are gonna love that joke.
Yeah.
People tune into Game That Tune for this specific Jacksonville elementary school naming jokes.
I mean, to be fair, The Good Place got 4 seasons out of Jacksonville jokes, so you know.
Yeah.
It's because none of them were true. They weren't steeped in much truth at all. But
you have your St. Augustine jokes. Give me my one Jacksonville joke. God damn it.
Yeah, I'm saying. I try not to make those jokes, guys. But yeah, man. No, this game looks fucking rad. Like,
it's very cool.
There's some other screenshots that were shared in the Discord, and like, it's a gorgeous fucking game. The cartoon style is awesome and hideous and weird.
Yeah.
And yeah, it looks super cool. So like with the abilities combining, are you saying like can you like unlock them and combine them at will, or is it like you got to find them kind of like Kirby style and combine them? Like
no, you get like skill points that you put into like skill trees to like level up different abilities, and you can buy like different passive abilities. There's a dude that sells you take less damage from these attacks, or sometimes you gain MP faster, or
Sweet.
stuff like that.
Cool.
So you can like tweak your characters pretty good.
Yeah, if like Kirby 64 just eventually had the ability to like go down a list and choose 2 things and combine them and play the level as that would have been pretty cool. So
yeah,
this sounds kind of like that, and it sounds pretty fucking dope. Like, I like powers. I like combining them, and I like fucking gorgeous weird cartoon worlds. And you're not kidding. This is new. This came out fucking last week.
Yeah, it did.
Jesus.
I've been playing the fuck out of it too.
Yeah, man. God, this game has Game Pass written all over it. Just So cool.
Yeah.
And the action in it, it's like is it you said it's dungeon crawly. It's like Legend of Zelda, so it's not
it's
like
very Zelda-y.
No turn-based or anything like that.
No.
Really trying to gauge my own interest in this game.
Yeah, it's very actiony.
Good.
You're running around shooting stuff, hitting stuff. Breaking things in the environment.
Riding slime horses and making trails. I like it. I like it a lot. God, that's I'm glad to know about this. That shit. That's like it's like I can't say, oh man, I missed this. Like, no, this came out last week. I don't need to have known about this yet.
Yeah. This is totally.
But
new,
yeah, this game is firmly going on my radar. Like, if this comes out for the Switch at some point, then count me in, baby.
Yeah, definitely.
This
I was gonna say, there's scary mermaids. You have me sold already.
Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't take much to sell David, but mermaids true to their lore. You got him, baby.
Yeah.
And when she gets in the water, she can move real fucking fast too.
What?
Cool. Well, I mean,
one would hope.
What?
My only other experience with water-faring forms is the turtle, and the turtle moves kind of fast, but the fucking mermaid books it.
Maybe you just got to find the right thing to combine with the turtle to make it move faster through the water.
Probably.
Yeah. Is there like a motor?
Maybe.
Is there a tube of ooze, perhaps, from TGRI?
I mean, I could make the turtle use the slug slide.
Oh, man. If you combine the slug slime with the bodybuilder, can you get super shredder?
Oh, man, maybe.
You got to try this, Jesse. This has to happen. Oh, God. Fucking big, sexy Kevin Nash in there, baby.
Jesse just figured out how to beat a level.
Yeah, cue gasp. You okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Wrestling thing happened that I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Then we could move on to the next game.
Go ahead.
I thought that had something to do with the show.
right, guys. So, this game was developed in 10 months, despite none of the development team having prior experience with developing on the PlayStation 3. According to Famitsu magazine, this game sold 17,300 units in Japan by the end of 2009, making it the 463rd best-selling game of the year in that region. All right, who's got some answers?
Great pick, Johnny.
Yeah.
Great pick. Yeah.
Let's see.
Not great trivia.
No.
The fuck?
All right, so let's see here. So, David says, "I'm so glad I didn't pick this for the quest. ... which is not correct. ...
Yeah. 3 dots.
3 dots. Jesse and Jumbo say 3D dot here. Well, so Jesse wrote 3D dot heroes, but I'll give it to him. This is 3D dot game heroes, released for the PlayStation 3. It's a game where everything is a voxel style graphic, and it's technically 3D, but you're really playing on like a 2D plane, similar to The Legend of Zelda. And it is pretty darn cute. It is adorable.
I was going to say, I knew exactly what this was when this music started playing. It's like, I was very close to choosing this, and I'm glad that I did not.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I wasn't even taking the request this week, and I thought about choosing this because I was like, I know that David doesn't have a high opinion of that game because it's just kind of a PlayStation 3 Zelda clone, so he probably won't pick that. But I ended up going somewhere else. But I did listen to the music, so good tunes.
What made you think that I don't have a high opinion of this game? This is one of the games that made me envious of the PlayStation 3 because it looked really fun and I wanted to play it. And then I thought, wait, I have a Wii. I'll just play The Legend of Zelda.
Right, exactly. There's a workaround there for people that don't own the PS3 and want to play a game that emulates The Legend of Zelda. Just go play The Legend of Zelda. but it wouldn't be in this voxel style, David. Not for a long time. And actually, Zelda still didn't do the voxel thing, because this one, I guess, it's more in the vein of like the Link's Awakening remake, like simple classic Zelda style, but done in a nice 3D art style. Cool game, Johnny.
It's
cool
a mashup
game.
of the 3D art style with, you're taking pixel graphics and trying to bring them into the 3D space. Right. Which, the Legend of Zelda remake, Legend of Zelda.
The Link's Awakening remake
Link's Awakening,
did a full
that's it.
reimagining of the graphics in like a cute little toyetic style. It didn't do like
But I mean,
pixel versions.
it
Take
still
that-
kept the proportions of the original like Game Boy sprites.
Yes.
Yeah, take that and make it like, Minecraft. And that's basically what
Right.
this is. Because when this came out, things like Minecraft and voxel were very fucking hot.
Yeah.
Like, I can't remember when Minecraft actually did first start coming out, but I want to say it was around 2008, 2009.
I was gonna say, the official release not until November of 2011, but yeah, it was in pre-release for quite some time, and yes, quite popular.
Oh, yeah.
That Minecraft.
So many voxels.
It's
Yes.
all about the voxels. And guys, I still don't fully understand what a voxel actually is.
It's a box.
I'm glad
John.
I'm not the only
Is it
one.
the metaverse? Like, is that what a voxel is, or no? Is it different?
It's like a 3D pixel.
Yeah, I don't understand the question. It's a box.
Is a
would be-
voxel related to cryptocurrencies? Like,
It would be
What? No.
like if you could somehow render a 2D sprite in 3 dimensions. Like if you could somehow do
Yeah.
that, that's what it would be.
Right. It's
Okay.
a 3-dimensional thing, John. It's a box. I don't understand how I can say it any more clearly. It's a box.
I guess when you just say it's a box, that makes sense. It's just a box.
I mean, you invest in cryptocurrency. You should know that you haven't invested in 3D Game Heroes. Like, what the fuck, man? It's a digital box that is then combined with other boxes to make objects that resemble things. I mean, it's a graphical style, John. It's a choice. Did you see that movie with Sandler from several years ago, the one that no one liked, Pixels?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Why?
Johnny. That's fucked up, you idiot. But
Oh god, that's going to go on the movie poll, isn't
Oh
it?
no.
everyone
Oh, it
was
is
saying that
now.
movie should have been called Voxels because it was the characters
Yeah.
all rendered in 3D dots instead of fucking 2D things.
You're
So it's not
absolutely
pixels,
right.
it's
None of it
voxels.
was pixels.
Yeah, it was all voxels.
Pure
And
voxels.
then people would be like, "What the hell is a voxel?"
Right. And Peter Dinklage would look right into the camera and explain it at some point. I don't know.
It's a box.
Yeah, it's a box. But yeah, Johnny, it's a fucking box. Like, I didn't think this was your sticking point with this. I thought it was going to be
I
that
guess
it's a,
you could say it's a
yeah.
3D dot.
Yes.
I think I did say that. I mean, I think I don't want to
We
run
need
the
to start
tape
the
back.
show again.
Yeah,
John-
Johnny, restart your computer. Jesus Christ.
Do me a favor, give yourself a Mario 2 sound.
Yeah, man, this game looks really fucking cool. I don't remember if I own it or not, because whatever, my PS3 collection is somewhere in a box. How
It's in a
ironic.
voxel.
Yeah, exactly. What kind of container? But yeah, I think I bought it and then played it very briefly. It was like, oh yeah, I'm cool on this. Like, it got like a lot of nice reviews from like IGN and shit. Like, oh, it's this cute Zelda style thing, and it was kind of like David said, like, yeah, it's been done. I don't really need to play this though. It did seem like they had fun with the with the art style and like playing with the 3-dimensionality of things. Like, your character got bigger, as I recall, and you could or your sword could get really huge.
Your sword gets ridiculous. Your sword starts
Yeah.
taking up like half the screen at some point.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, like you can do if you could do like a 180 sweep with a sword that takes up half the screen, just clear everything.
I'm
It,
into that.
like,
Yeah,
gets
a
ridiculous.
classic Zelda spin attack, except it clears the entire screen.
Yeah,
Yes.
and you can design your own characters. You have a little voxel character builder, and that is something that I could spend a lot of time on.
Like design them, like literally stack the voxels.
Yeah, like you build a little 3D model, one voxel at a time, but like you can do it.
I had no idea.
And as you play, you can like swap out characters constantly. So if you get bored of the current character, you can go make a new one real quick and just bring them in, or swap out for like other things like dogs or whatever they have in there. Apparently, there's quite a bit of characters you can play as.
So
Cool.
basically, what I'm hearing is this is very similar to the Legend of Zelda game, where you can be a voxel penis swinging a sword that takes up half the screen.
Yeah.
I mean,
don't see
like,
why
so
not.
I'm
that-
very upset I have not played this.
That's actually a fair question. Do your characters need to
Well,
be humanoid, or can
I
you
mean-
just do a 3D object and walk around as it? Because that sounds fucking
I'm pretty
hilarious.
sure this is a 3D object, but the one concern though is like you only get so many voxels, so like
Can
sure
David
we could-
properly build himself in 3D
Yeah.
Game Hero?
like I could build myself. I'm sure you could build yourself, John, but David, no way, man. It's
Yeah.
it's not gonna fit.
Impossible. You can't convey the girth. Simply can't be done within that constraints.
You
There
just
have to
get
be
up-
constraints, David. You can't just make an unlimited character like this.
You just get up to like the giant tower that's in every RPG, and your character matches it with its penis size.
Oh God. But yeah, I kind of feel like I should bust this game out at some point. I kind of forgot all about this game. It seems so charming.
Shout out to Mork in our Discord who just posted a video. Somebody did make a custom penis warrior in 3D Dot Heroes. That's
Okay.
great.
Beautiful.
Well,
Oh, and as he walks, his little balls jiggle like feet.
yeah, and that was kind of what I had envisioned, like like a little bobbin voxel penis with nutsack feet. So I'm glad that somebody already, I don't know, they took away my one creative idea.
God, can we make Nutsack Feet the episode title?
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
We'll
man.
see how the rest of the episode goes.
Yeah, exactly. Johnny, let's fucking move away from this very quickly.
Game 3.
All right, guys. So this game, it makes several updates, numerous updates, really, to the original. Graphically, musically. A couple of, it updates the original in many ways. However, one of the updates that didn't happen was a big sticking point for fans. It was not updated to include 3-player multiplayer. Although Steam players, there is 2-player online multiplayer, whereas console owners can only play locally. All right, guys, how you feeling?
Pretty good.
Feeling pretty
Good. Jesse, did any of the shocking wrestling YouTubers debut while we were listening to those tunes? Or
No.
okay. So David says Secret of Mana Remake, a game that sadly we've already used on the show. Jesse says Secret of MoMA, sadly not a game that I'm aware of. And Johnny says Legend of Mana Remastered. He is correct.
Is Legend of Mana the weird Final Fantasy spin-off on the Game Boy that created the Mana series?
No.
This is the
Okay.
PlayStation one.
Yeah, this is the remaster of the PlayStation version, Legend of Mana, which is a sequel to Trials of Mana, formerly known as Seiken Densetsu. This is the 4th game in the Mana series. The one that you're thinking of, I believe, is Final Fantasy Adventure. And it never got retitled. It's
Okay.
the Mana series. The Mana 1 is Final Fantasy Adventure. Then you got Secret of Mana, which is Mana 2, Trials of Mana, and then Legend of Mana, and then the series goes off into unfortunate territory. Arguably, actually, it goes off into unfortunate territory starting here, though I know this game is very well liked by many people. Man, I was pretty goddamn pumped when they announced this remaster, guys. I was looking forward to finally getting to play some Legend of Mana without having to own a PlayStation 1 or fucking bother with emulating it or whatever. I just wanted to fucking, it's like, okay, they're remastering this. It's on Switch. I want to support that with my dollar. I want to speak with my fucking purchase. Yes, remaster the Mana series. Good. And, bought it. I've played some of it. And I really, I need to maybe try going back and playing it again. But guys, this ain't my Mana.
Oh,
Do you regret your decision to support them with your dollar?
Not at all, because I fully support them remastering and re-releasing these fucking obscure games from that era specifically, especially when it's one that's just this, weird and gorgeous and, just I don't know. I feel like overlooked. I mean, in America, this game came out the same year as the PlayStation 2. This game came out for the PlayStation 1, mind you. So, already going to be kind of overlooked. And
also it's a JRPG on the PlayStation 1. I mean, it's not like it had a lot of competition.
Well, but the thing is, it's not exactly your typical JRPG on the PlayStation 1. It's the Mana games, baby. It's got more action than some of those JRPGs. So, it had ways of differentiating itself. Another thing, it's not 3D. It's they took that PlayStation Power and made fucking slick looking sprites for everything. When I was thinking about games for the show, I was like, man, some of those fucking giant monsters you fight in Legend of Mana are pretty fucking slick. Like, go look up some of the sprites for this, man. They're gorgeous, and they're done in a way like the big monsters and even just the normal monsters. They're very expressive and fucking cool looking, and the boss fights are great. The characters themselves that you play as, I feel like they were getting into the territory of kind of being unknowable. Like, you squint at them and you're like, where's the face on this hero? Like, what have I got here? He looks kind of like an air plant with a helmet on. I guess that's a guy with a sword. Yeah. They took it in too whimsical of a direction for a little while there. But yeah, it's a gorgeous game. It's got a fantastic soundtrack, and it's just, I don't know, it's got a lot of stuff that's cool, but I feel like I don't know, maybe it's not, I'm not sure what my hang up with this is. I think it's a little daunting. I started playing it, and I want the classic Secret of Mana, maybe even still kind of Trials of Mana formula, a world to move around in and explore, do some leveling, cast spells and beat shit up. Eventually you get to a boss, you fucking get a little story beat, whatever. This one, there's not the same world. They did the weird thing where you build your world. Like at the beginning of the game in Secret of Mana, you name a character, off to the races. At the beginning game of Trials of Mana, you select 3 of 6 characters, and that determines like your story beats for the game, and then you're off to the races. This one, you have to literally choose a section of the map that your game is going to take place in, and that actually has a bearing on like what kind of story you might get based on certain situations. Like, they give you a big world map, and they're like, all right, yeah, here's a square, move it around and choose your section of the map. And it's like, okay, well, I'm going to choose this one over here with like a couple of coastlines and whatever. And then it starts you with your hometown, and then you start collecting artifacts and that are imbued with mana energy or some shit. And you go out to the map screen and you place it. It puts you on a little isometric map screen, and you place your artifacts and build out the world from there. And it's complicated to the point that, like, okay, yeah, you got this like, fairy spring. You need to build it near water. So if you started with a map that doesn't have any water on it, this fairy spring isn't gonna work in your world. And it's like when how am I supposed to know this?
When you choose your area, is it like your starting area and you eventually get to explore the rest of the world? Or is it like that's what you're confined to?
It's like, well, you're eventually going to use all the pieces to build the same world, but the pieces will react differently based on whether or not you're placing them in the right places. Yeah, if that makes any sense. It's like, here's a world with a lot of water in it, or here's the one with a lot of forest, and you're like, there's an ideal location to start at, and you need to read a fucking guide to know it. Like, it's fucking crazy. And that's the thing, like, excuse me, ultimately, I think my sticking point is that I don't want to fucking play this game with a guide, but I also don't want to feel like I'm fucking up. Like, I started with my hometown, and then like I placed one little settlement or whatever, and then I placed another one, and then it's like, this whole thing feels a little janky and weird, and the story's not really kind of coming through yet. And I looked it up. It's like, oh yeah, you should have placed those 2 settlements next to each other near a water feature. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, now what do I do? Like, do I have to start my fucking file over? Is it ultimately that important? I don't know. If like, am I worried about 100%ing this game? Like, if I don't fucking place this thing in the right place, am I not going to get the right ending? Apparently, the focus on the game really was with experimentation and replaying it over and over again. I don't think that's something I have time for these days. And ultimately, I don't know that the game is fun enough to justify it. But like, there's good bones in here. There's good mana bones, but like they put some weird ideas in the stew, and I'm just not sure how it tastes.
See, that's something that I really hate. Like when games give you choices and options and encourage you to experiment, that's all well and good. But when there's a right answer, that pisses me off because it's just like, oh yeah, try to figure out what the right answer is, explore and experiment. Oh, but you did this wrong.
Yeah, but like you didn't place these things in the right place and you missed this item. Like, what the fuck, man? I wanted that item. Like, you should. I'm not saying I need to fucking, a Navi or character being like, hey, don't put that map thing down there. Like, maybe you want to put it right over here. Like, I like that they're just trusting me to fuck this up and build my own world. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to fuck this up.
Well, I mean, it's like, if a game's going to encourage experimentation, it shouldn't punish you for not doing what it wants.
Right. So, but that's the thing. And see, ultimately, I don't know if the game really punishes you or if I'm reading a guide written by a fucking internet crazy person that wants to 100% this game. That's a big point. Like, maybe none of it's important and I didn't need this, magic belt. Like, I don't know, but it's just too much going on. And then eventually, I mean, like you can capture monsters and raise them and keep them as pets. And you can use the pets, like pet monsters, as companions on the journeys, or you can do the journeys with another character. And, I'm like, okay, so, but like, if I do it with the wrong thing, am I going to do the game wrong? Do I miss this guy's story beat because I took my pet with me? Like, there's a little too much going on. I just want a little bit more of the classic mana, like here's your world and move through it than what this game ultimately ends up being. But
John, I'm wondering a little bit, is it that the guy is written by a crazy person or is it that a crazy person is reading the guide?
Hey, I'm not prepared to rule that out either, baby. Am I severely overthinking this? Oh yeah, baby. I am. But yeah, I mean, like I would like to, play the game more. I feel like I want to complete at least like one run through it. But that brings me to my other problem is it's just not that much fun. It's not as fun as old Secret of Mana. Like, we talked about this the last time when I brought the original Legend of Mana on the show, and I hadn't played it at that point. Now I have, and I can confirm that some of my suspicions about the game were realized. Like, the difference between Secret of Mana and Trials of Mana. In Trials of Mana, when you get into boss fights, or not even boss fights, but battles, your characters take up a different stance. You're moving through the world, you'll be walking, you hold a button to run, then you encounter monsters, you take up a different stance, an action stance, and everything slows down. That happens a fuckload in this fucking Legends of Mana. And, that's all well and good, but like, it just kind of, it breaks up the movement doesn't feel right. You'll be moving and then all of a sudden you can't see anything and your character takes an action pose. I'm like, well, I guess there's a fucking enemy around. Okay, great. But then like the action in the original Secret of Mana, it was 8-directional combat. It was like another version of Legend of Zelda. You're moving around and slashing in different directions. You're swapping weapons, 8 weapons, bunch of magic, all this stuff. In this one, it's more 4 directions, up, down, left, right. There's no diagonals. The movement's not all that dynamic. The moves are flashy, and the boss fights and like combat, you gotta kind of do some strategy. You got to move behind things to attack or do this or that. But it's ultimately just like the combat doesn't feel as, natural. Because again, it's the taking of the stance and then the movement and the combat just not having as many facets as the original Secret of Mana. I'm just kind of like, like I want to play this and love it because I feel like I love this series, but like I'm starting to wonder if I love this series. Like, do I love the one game and like the second game, and then do I care about the rest of the series? I'm not sure I do. So, really got me. This game threw me for a loop, man. I'd like to get through it at least once, but I don't know. It's not what I wanted, which is disappointing to say because I was really excited for it. It was one of 2 remastered fucking games that came out this year that I got all excited for, and then it wasn't exactly what I wanted, man. How are you going to give me Legend of Mana and fucking ActRaiser remastered and then have neither of them be exactly what I wanted? Like, dang it. Yeah, I'll give ActRaiser Renaissance some points. I got way farther in that than I did in this before I got burned out. So,
fucking
man.
Square Enix, man.
Saying, man, I like that they try to give people, fun new experiences or fun remade experiences, but man, just I don't know. This one's that's the thing. If they changed this up, there wouldn't be a fucking remaster. It would be a fucking like a remake or a change up. I mean, where's Legend of Mana change up instead of remaster?
Is it a baseball game?
Yeah, just change the fucking game.
I would love to see more games called blah 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 change up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Sonic the Hedgehog 2 change up. This time you're Robotnik.
Or, yeah, exactly. This time it's a 3D game. Like, what?
No, you do not want Sonic the Hedgehog in 3D.
True. But yeah, I don't know. I will, I think, go back and pick this up and, play a little bit more of it. I dread doing it with a fucking guide open. That's the thing. That's not how I want to play. And I don't know. I'm torn between just kind of trying to experience it and maybe fuck it up, and then trying to experience it the right way. It's a tough balance, but
just go for it.
I think I should
just go for it. No guide.
I think the idea of the game is that you make your own Legend of Mana.
That's true. You are your own mana.
Yeah.
It's well said, Jesse. You always know just what to say. But yeah, also, final point, classic soundtrack. Shout out to Yoko Shimomura for her fantastic original soundtrack. She oversaw the remaster of it. Shout out to Ryo Furukawa for the fantastic remastered tunes with Yoko's gentle hand directing them in the right direction. Just great tunes. Fucking delightful soundtrack. Just, front to back, fantastic. You got the whimsical fantasy stuff, and then you got those banger boss fights that we were listening to. I just fucking love this soundtrack. So I hope I can one day love the game as much as I love its soundtrack. So Yoko, call me, guide me through the game. I will play the game if Yoko Shimomura is like, if she's my Navi, if I'm fucking this game up and Yoko's like, oh wait, no, don't, put that piece there because you're going to want to go to this world and you're going to want to hear the song that I compose. Go to there. Then we'll be in business. So Yoko, give me a buzz.
John, can you just imagine I start playing these next songs and your phone rings and it's Yoko.
And it's you imitating Yoko Shimomura. Yeah, I can't imagine it, John.
Hey, John, it's Yoko Shimomura. Yeah. Oh, man.
I want to remind you to play Legend of Mana at 9 Eastern.
Every week.
Every week at 9 Eastern. Hell yeah. So, Yoko, let's keep it going.
Game 4.
Shit, I lost the tab that had my trivia. Okay. Before this game was released, Segasoft announced that this would be the first game they would publish for the PlayStation once they acquired a PlayStation software license. However, Segasoft never ended up publishing any games for the PlayStation. So this is our fan request for the evening, and while y'all are writing your answers, I want to give a special thanks to the Link Floyd and Mork, who seconded this fan request, for making this request in our Discord channel.
Hell yeah.
Quite the request.
All right, let's see those answers. Oh my goodness, play the hat trick sound. Everyone says 3 Dirty Dwarves. So this is 3 Dirty Dwarves for the Sega Saturn.
It sure is.
Go on.
David's favorite system.
That classic 2D beat 'em up. This is actually kind of an interesting game. Because when I think of beat 'em ups on the Sega Saturn, I immediately go to Guardian Heroes, where it was very like medieval focused. You could jump between different planes, like the front, the background, and whatnot. This game kind of doesn't do that. Like, it's much more linear and it's much sillier. So the plot of the game is there's like a government military institution that's trying to genetically engineer super intelligent children to design weapons. And what they do is, to blow off steam, they play like D&D basically, and created device that brings their 3 dwarf characters into the real world to fight against the military to free them. And for some reason, when they first bring them in, they land in a sporting goods shop. So it's 3 fantasy dwarves, but one of them is like decked out in like football padded armor. One of them attacks with like a baseball bat. There's one who attacks with a bowling pin, and then the other, for some reason, has a shotgun.
Hunting rifle.
No, it's a shotgun.
Hunting
Like
shotgun.
it's specifically a shotgun.
Yeah, the old hunting shotgun.
Every character has a close range attack and a long range attack. So like the dude with the baseball bat will just hit 3 or 4 baseballs in quick succession. The guy with the bowling pin will throw a bowling ball, and then obviously the guy with the shotgun shoots his shotgun.
I was going to say, now, David, what is the guy with the shotgun's long range attack?
He throws
Please
the
explain.
shotgun.
Yeah, he throws his gun at people.
It's a boner.
But it's
You gotta stop
it's a,
doing that.
it's a very goofy game. It like really amps up the cartoony sense of humor. It does look kind of fun. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if I had a Sega Saturn, I would have invited y'all over to play some 3 Dirty Dwarves because it looks kind of like a blast.
Three
Yeah,
Dirty
no, it
Doors
sounds
really
like
sounds
a
like the name
fucking-
of a drinking game.
Yeah.
It really does. I mean, it's a remarkably unfortunate title.
Like one where you're not wearing pants.
And so the episode of Game That Tune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I just, I don't understand. I mean, like, what a fascinating fucking premise. Like, what a weird meta fucking game. And then to call it 3 Dirty Dwarves. Like, are you trying to not sell this? Like, if I'm at Toys R Us and I'm a Sega Saturn owning, 11-year-old in 1996, and I go, Mom, I want 3 Dirty Dwarves, she'll think I'm in pornography. Like,
You
and
know,
she'll be like,
the
"Toys R Us doesn't
pornography
sell
section of Toys
pornography."
R Us.
Yeah, what are you doing bringing this pornography out in Toys R Us? And she'll just, just the use of the word dirty in 1996 was enough to set off my mother. Like,
God, can you imagine going into Toys R Us and they have a beaded curtain section?
Those are for the adult toys.
yeah. We said, I can't even finish the joke.
The premise of the title.
You don't want to
is
grow
that-
up, then you got to shop in the beaded curtain section.
It's more like Toys R Us, more like Toys in Us.
the, God damn it.
Giraffe shaped dildos.
Yeah. I want the Jeffrey.
It's the only dildo we sell.
The premise of the title is more that
Glass
they're
They don't bathe.
Please explain in what way they are 3 dirty
Yeah,
dwarfs.
tell us.
I was just gonna
Oh,
say,
there are 3
like,
of
I
them?
wanted to do a quick tangent of like,
Okay.
instead of the fist dildo, it's a hoof dildo.
Yeah.
But anyhow, the premise is that they're like medieval scrappers, so like they fight dirty.
Oh.
Oh, it
Yeah.
all makes sense now.
Um, As I was
Explain that to
researching,
your mother.
Yeah. Mom, I'm telling you, it's not a porno thing. These guys, they just fight dirty.
Oh no, what are you doing, step dwarf?
Oh, God.
Jesus.
I'm just baffled by this game. Like, it sounds so cool, and it seems like kind of thing that needs to be, I don't want to say remastered or revisited, but like, someone somewhere has this downloaded and saved. Put this on an eShop somewhere. Like, people need to know about this.
Just hack into Nintendo and put it on there.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
something that I found very interesting, and I definitely want to bring up as I was researching this game, because unfortunately I have not played it. This game was developed by Hungarian video game producers Appaloosa Interactive.
Hell yeah.
They are known for their classic titles, such as the Contra Adventure on PlayStation,
I was gonna say, should we do a lightning round of the fucking games they're known for?
Jaws Unleashed on PS2,
That was good.
Richard Scarry's Busy Town on DOS and the Genesis, and
Oof.
surprisingly, they created the entire Echo the Dolphin series.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
That's why, like, I looked, it's like, okay, what is this weird game? Who made this? And then I was looking at the games developed, like, oh, an unreleased NES game. They ported Castlevania to the Amiga. Like, okay, this seems like a weird offbeat developer. And then I saw Echo. It's like, wait, what the fuck?
Uh-huh. They for a couple more, they also fucking oh god, they did the first person shooter South Park game.
Well, for N64,
For PlayStation specifically.
it's probably
and then
similar.
Johnny, you'll also, you'll love this one, Johnny. They developed Tiny Toon Adventures Cartoon Workshop for the NES. So yeah, these
quite
guys
an
are
eclectic company.
Renaissance men. What a fucking murderer's row of games that definitely exist.
So if you ever caught yourself playing Tiny Toon Adventures Cartoon Workshop and thought, man, I wish these cartoon type characters were just in a weird beat 'em up where you're using sporting goods to kick the shit out of like zombies and Frankenstein monsters.
Right.
Have I got the title for you?
Yeah, you know what I liked? I liked that Bill and Ted movie where Genghis Khan went to the mall and fucking wrecked those mannequins. I'd play a whole game of that. Let's make that into a game. We can't call it Three Dirty Cons. Maybe we'll do it different. Yeah, Three Dirty Dwarves. That's the ticket.
My 3 cons.
Three Dirty Genghis Khans.
3 of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a
Everyone's related to him.
What are you doing, StepCon?
Game 5.
Genghis? What the fuck, John?
Okay, so in the original Japanese version of this game, in the intro sequence, when the main character is flying, he will pass a church with a cross, and you can hear a bell ringing. In international versions, the tower was changed to not resemble any kind of religious symbology, but despite that, you can still hear the bell ringing. If anyone would like, I have an additional piece of trivia.
I think I'm good.
John, I was going to say, Johnny, you kind of look like you were looking for it.
I was, but you know what? Whatever.
Okay, well, you know what, Johnny, if you'd like it, I can give it. Officially, this game is not part of the official series canon, but the main boss does appear in later games in the series, including the famous 1997 version or release.
Oh, whatever. I'm sticking with this.
So Johnny says Stepdwarf.
Close.
Sadly incorrect. John and Jesse have the correct answer. This is Kid Dracula. So specifically, this is Kid Dracula for the Game Boy, because while the Famicom version was released in America in the Castlevania Anniversary Collection, Legacy, whatever, the Game Boy version is actually better, which you don't usually see.
Huh. Why, David? How is that possible?
Well, so this game is basically like a non-canon spin-off, tongue-in-cheek version of the Castlevania games where you play as a very young Alucard.
Would you call it a Cudelvania?
No.
Really? You wouldn't?
Kid
Dracula.
I probably would.
Okay.
So where the main Castlevania games are kind of more like action platformer and then eventually like exploration based, this one kind of plays like Mega Man, because similar to Dracula, you can throw fireballs and like that's your main attack. So you're just kind of like running and platforming and shooting fireballs. In the Game Boy version, as you beat each stage, you get a new power-up, and it's all based on like Kid Dracula, because the Game Boy version is a sequel to the Famicom one. So he fights and defeats the giant evil dragon boss Galamoth, and then Galamoth comes back in the Game Boy version, and Kid Dracula just kind of like forgets all of his magic. So after you beat a stage, you remember a spell. So you gain additional abilities, like you can turn into a bat and you can walk on walls. I think you get like a spread shot attack. And it's a very...
What are you shooting?
You throw fireballs.
Oh, the spread. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I moved right past the fireballs. I'm just thinking like Contra spread shot. I'm like, wait, what is Kid Dracula? What weapon does he have? Hold on.
No, so yeah, it's basically just like a tongue-in-cheek, cutesy version of Castlevania, which Konami did a lot of. Like, they had the Paradius series making fun of Gradius. They had the like whole Ape Escape minigame in Metal Gear Solid. Like, Konami is not afraid to kind of poke fun at themselves, which I really appreciate.
Yeah.
And I love the Castlevania games, and I love that they have those like gothic horror tropes and everything to it, and like they don't really pull from the classic Universal monsters. It's more from like the Hammer horror series, where it's like more violent and bloody and whatnot. But right. I love the fact that here's this game that just really takes the piss out of it. Like, you fight the Frankenstein's monster, but he's super chibi and adorable and just kind of like charges at you with like waving arms and bulging eyes, and it's so fun.
I mean, it makes me wonder if they should have just kept this going as a series. Like,
I really kind of wish they would have.
Castlevania babies. Like, fucking, why not?
I mean, that's pretty
Gotta
much
watch
what
that
it
cartoon.
is.
Like,
What, Johnny?
I would absolutely watch the shit out of Castlevania Babies, like on Nickelodeon in the afternoon. Oh my god.
Absolutely. Like if my kid could watch Castlevania Babies and learn a couple of lessons and be entertained, I'd be all in. Let's recast Muppet Babies with Castlevania monsters.
Because I mean, like, seriously, it's a Castlevania game where the boss of the second stage is a giant chicken.
Hell yeah.
Not even a demon chicken, not even a monster chicken. It's literally just called chicken.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I get it. And that's, chickens are scary to kids. So, makes sense, man.
Especially like garlic chicken.
Yeah, oh man, is it a giant plate of garlic chicken? That would really scare Kid Dracula.
No, I don't think it is.
Oh, okay.
One thing I also like about the Game Boy version is in the original, it's just kind of Kid Dracula, like going about his business and whatever. In the Game Boy version, you have another character that you talk to, and it's Death. And Death is kind of like Kid Dracula's babysitter. So he's kind of like, whoa, 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 be careful now. What before you go? Like, it's like I said, it really takes the piss out of Castlevania, and it's very charming and fun.
Yeah, so wait, is Death like Kid Dracula's Hobbs? Like, I'm trying to figure out the relationship here. Like, Kid Dracula's Calvin and Death is Hobbs.
Bill Watterson, Kid Dracula.
Yeah, Kid Dracula pissing on a Chevy.
All right, fan artists, get on that.
Now that you say it, like, yeah, kind of.
Yes. My other reference point was gonna be like, is it like Jojo Rabbit? Can like other people see death? Or is the kid just imagining that he's got like a death hanging around him?
Well, he's immortal if he's a vampire, so
right.
There would be no need for death.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is death like a pest to a guy like Dracula, even as a kid? Like, I don't know, man. Would Death and Dracula even be friends? Would they be able to know each other?
Well, I mean, in all the games, Death is usually the boss you fight before you fight Dracula. So
true that. So you got to defeat Death. I mean, it makes sense. You got to kill Death in order for Dracula to be able to be killed.
Yeah,
it's airtight. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
because if you didn't kill Death,
as long as your
logically
has the spirit of your wife in it,
right?
So.
These games make perfect sense, guys. So much sense.
But wait, how do you kill Death?
Johnny, wow.
It's a vampire killer.
Yeah, with a bottle of holy water and a whip, dude. Death is a vampire, and you kill him with a vampire killer. Duh.
Wait, I thought the world was a vampire.
Oh, man.
No, the world is a stage.
Is Castlevania just a giant cage and you're the rat?
Yeah.
Despite all this rage.
Despite all the rage.
Oh man, can we get Billy Corgan as Simon Belmont at some point?
You mean the owner of the National Wrestling Association?
Despite all this cage, I'm still just a bat in a cage.
I like how you said, despite all this cage.
Yeah,
I'm still just a bat.
Cage.
Despite all this cage, there's so much cage left.
This cage.
It makes perfect sense, John. Yeah. Castlevania, much like John Regan, it makes perfect sense. And it's easy to take the piss out of, so they should do it more often. Castlevania can learn a thing or two from Game That Tune. We take the piss out of Johnny quite frequently. They can take the piss out of themselves much more frequently.
Good old piss flight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're fucking, connoisseurs. We're sommeliers of piss around here. We fucking, God, we'll give you 4 different
Real
kinds
piss
of piss.
wizards.
All of it relating to Johnny.
Hey, thank you so much for coming to our restaurant. I'm so glad you're here. Would you like the sommelier to come by? Oh, yes, please. That'd be great. Okay, thank you. Sommelier comes up. Hey, guys, are you looking for some wine? Oh, no, I'm sorry. We wanted the piss sommelier. Oh, my mistake.
Yeah.
What kind
Oh,
of
excuse
piss
me.
you got?
And it's Dracula.
No.
Is it bats? It's bats.
Yep. Oh, I know this piss. It's bat piss.
Bat
Yeah, it's always bat piss with you, isn't it, Dracula?
Yes, I've come to bring you your taste of piss. Is it bat piss?
Oh, you got me.
Yes, Johnny, your best Hungarian accent.
I like the idea that Professor Dracula got fired and he became a sommelier, but he only sells bat piss. Wait a minute, Mr. Dracula, is it? Is it bat piss? Yes.
No, call me Vlad. Mr. Dracula is my father.
I appreciate you doing a Dracula accent right now. I won't say a country. I won't declare nationality for it. It's a Dracula accent.
A Draccent.
I have a friend of mine who is from Romania and actually from Transylvania, and if she watches this, she will probably cry.
That's cool. I mean,
I have
Is she a-
butchered her culture.
Is she a Dracula?
yeah.
My favorite game show is
Is Dracula.
No, David, real quick, as a side tangent, have you watched the Hotel Transylvania movies?
No, but I've heard they're pretty good.
I like
Yeah,
the
you're
first
into
one.
like monsters and shit. Like, I think
Yeah,
you
that's
like
why I
these
chose the theme.
Yeah. Well observed, David. So maybe-
Touche.
You make a valid point. Maybe you should watch these movies at some point, man.
They're good.
Yeah,
will.
they are. They're cute.
I'll put it on the list.
It's Jenny Tartakovsky.
Oh,
Yeah. All of them. It's really cool animation on silly Adam Sandler as Dracula movies. They're actually, I would say, pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
didn't I seem to recall something where like Adam Sandler is Dracula, but isn't like Dracula's father Mel Brooks?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta watch these now.
Yeah, you should. They're honestly completely worth. Let's see. There's 4 of them now, so 6 hours of your life. Yeah, they're totally worthwhile.
Yeah,
So,
I'll
yeah.
put it on the list.
You should. They should already have been on your list, David. You're the monster guy around here. It's Dracula running a hotel. It's good shit. It's very
Frankly,
good
I'm into it.
shit. Yeah, exactly.
Just like
But anyway,
how I'm into playing Kid Dracula.
Yes, exactly. And that's part of Hotel Transylvania. Eventually there's a baby. There's a kid.
Oh
So,
shit!
Yeah. Will he be a Dracula? Maybe. The kids grow into being a Dracula? Is it something you like? Is it like puberty?
Oh God,
I don't
a Dracula coming of age story.
Is Dracula gender identity? I'm honestly not sure.
I just imagine being in middle school and having to read a book about Dracula at a boarding school discovering himself.
You should make a Hotel Transylvania about that.
Interview with a vampire.
Are you there, God? It's me, Dracula.
There you go.
Oh man, the coffin and the rye.
Before we move on, there is one last thing that I do want to say about this game because I forgot to mention it previously.
He's a kid,
One
and he's
one thing
Dracula.
that I think is cool because it is like a parody. The levels go in like weird directions. Like one level is in a theme park where you're on like part of the levels on a roller coaster and shit. Like you go into the clouds in the sky and whatnot. But the first level is in Dracula's castle, so it looks very similar to the classic Castlevania games. And then you just go off into like weird ass directions.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's not you entering the castle; it's you leaving the castle to go
Pretty
do fun
much.
shit. Like, wow, this is just like classic Castlevania. Oh, now I'm in an amusement park fighting a giant chicken. I guess this isn't the classic Castlevania. Very cute though.
It is.
Very cute. God, David, yeah, excellent pick. What a wacky game. Props to Konami on being willing to make these games. I feel like every game company should make stupid versions of their own franchises. Like, especially like these days, like is it going to ruin your franchise to fucking just like put out a dumb, like silly, just like absurd version of it, like in a download shop somewhere? Like, no, you're not saying this is canon. You're just fucking making a fun, cute version of something. I feel like more companies should do this.
Sega's been doing that with Sonic the Hedgehog for years.
No, they've just been making bad ones, John. Big difference. They had no direction. They were rudderless.
I'm telling you, Metal Gear Kart Racer. I would play the fuck out of that.
Yes, exactly. I mean, that's Konami. We could have had that by now.
Yeah.
They're that stupid. They could have fucking done that.
Kid Snake.
Yeah. Little tiny snake. Baby snake. I'm a dad, guys. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I support more kid versions of things. Especially if it introduces my kid at a young age, to games that are way beyond his pay grade, then kid Metal Gear, kid Call of Duty.
All right, now this is where death stabs you with his scythe.
Right. Yeah. Now that really cute guy, actually, he's made of bees. It's complicated, son. The point is war never changes, and it's about the futility of the world politics, son. I don't know how to explain this any further.
God, could you imagine a Metal Gear game where he unleashes all the bees, but they're those like 1930s cartoon bees with the giant eyes and gloves and everything?
Buzz, hi, Snake.
They'll do a little march.
Oh my god, now I want to see this.
Oh,
Yeah.
golly
Up
gee,
that
wow,
level.
I'm a bee. Let's be friends. Toot toot.
Now, John,
Oh,
They
John,
don't attack,
let's-
they just do puns.
Meow, meow, meow,
Let's-
meow, meow. I'm a sexy little bee.
let's be real. That is not how a bee would sound. The bee would come out and say, "Ugh,
Ah,
true.
buzz, buzz, buzz.
buzz, buzz, cowabunga."
I don't like it when Johnny commits to a voice. This is bad, guys. Yeah. Like Johnny's supposed to be a bad voice guy. He's not actually supposed to try and do a voice. This is weirding me out.
Whoa.
David, anything else before we
Is he one of the dirty dwarves?
Yeah, exactly. Get into dirty dwarf territory now.
Oh no, Step Queen, what are you doing?
No, it says it all on Kid Dracula. It's a very fun, enjoyable game.
Good. I'm glad that it is. Johnny, it's time for the calculating computer. No impressions.
Calculating computer activated. Computers. Beeps.
George Lucas slamming his dick in
Scoring complete. This game's winner is Jesse Moore.
Well,
Hell
well, well. Great game, Jesse. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, we have the same number of points, but I think due to Johnny's technical difficulties, he was not able to compile a lightning round to break this tie. So it goes to you, my friend. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
good game. Good game. I got to ask you, Jesse. I had a pretty good theme in mind for this week, so I want to know if you got a better theme in mind. I'm sure you do. You're a theme master. I want to know, what do you got in mind for next week's theme?
Comebacks. Like no, not what you think.
John,
yeah.
you and I went to the exact same place.
Damn it.
Went straight to that clip of Chris Pratt, that blooper.
Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kim
Yeah, good
Kardashian.
one.
Yeah, she got some cover her back.
Kim coming her back in that video.
That's a pretty good video.
Kim Kardashian.
God.
But no, like games that, got a sequel or sequels like
Yeah. Do you mean
Way-
sequels?
well, they got a sequel way after like they had no right to have a sequel. And it could even work for like a sequel to like an IP or something. Like an example, like the Ghostbusters video game that came out, like Ghostbusters 2 was like what,
1989.
89 or
One.
something?
91.
91.
89.
And then all of a sudden in the 2000s, you have this like Ghostbusters game that's basically Ghostbusters 3. That would be an example. Or like, Shenmue 3, like, something where there's been a decent amount of time. I'm going to let this be pretty, interpretive. If you can justify it being a comeback,
Would Kingdom Hearts 3 count?
no.
Yes, God damn it.
Yes, it does.
I'm gonna put $10 down that Johnny's game is gonna be the Ghostbusters game.
Right. Can we also say, like, can we call them return to forms too, in case we don't feel like finding long gestating sequels and fucking, if something recaptures the fucking spirit or something, can we?
Yeah, that could
add
work
that?
too.
Okay,
Both
cool.
are interpretation.
Yeah,
Or
theme
like
addendum.
maybe there was like a really lousy version of the game, and then the next one was like really fucking good, and like, oh, cool, they're back. This game is a good series again.
Mm-hmm.
So
Sounds good, man.
I
Sounds
like
really
any
good.
theme where you can justify it.
yeah.
Good.
What do you think?
Very
You think
good.
your theme's better? Or...
No, I got to piss real bad.
Okay.
No, actually, my theme was shit.
Oh, I'm so excited now. John's got I could do a little bee voice for a while. Hey, piss, piss, piss. I'm a bee.
John, stop.
I'm having a good time doing this.
Oh, damn it. There was a game that I was going to use, but we've used it already.
Ah, bummer.
I'm a bee.
I'm a bee.
Look at me.
Look,
Oh,
we need
God.
someone to draw Johnny dressed as a bee.
Ooh, yeah, we
For
should
the,
invest in bee
emotes.
costumes.
Sorry, guys.
That's
Bee
okay.
Johnny.
So
we've
Jesse,
been here a while. We've been late, and man, I've been pounding these beers.
Jesse
caught
changed
up.
his theme. It said it's now games where you're in a bee costume, and we have to do the
Oh,
whole
cool.
show in bee voices.
In a costume, not playing as a bee.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you play as a bee, you're out.
Nope, that's the game over.
Fantastic.
Oh,
I
we've
call it
already
Super
used
Mario
Simpsons Hit and
Galaxy.
Run.
But no, you asked if I think my theme is better. No, I think my theme was perfectly fine. But I like yours.
Okay, good.
Comebacks. It's a good theme. It's a classic American story. Everybody loves a good comeback story. So it'll be a good theme for next week's episode. Hell yeah. And we want to thank you guys for listening and watching this week's episode. Thanks to everybody. We super appreciate you guys watching live with us. We're live every Wednesday night. We're on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook at 9 Eastern every week. Search for Game That Tune. We're in your podcast devices on Tuesday mornings. Hit up GameThatTune.com or anywhere you get your podcasts. We appreciate you guys listening there. Head over to Patreon.com/GameThatTune for our awesome exclusives. We've got movie commentaries at every tier. Seriously, everybody that signs up for Patreon, I should have made this clear a long time ago. Anybody that signs up for Patreon gets access to the movie commentaries. Sign up for a little bit more, you get covered up, you get mixtapes, you get GTT gems, you get all kinds of fun shit. But we got a lot of fun stuff going on over there at Patreon, and we super appreciate you guys supporting us. Special thanks to our Patreon absurd fans: Alex Messenger, Lance Revere, Damian Beckles, Bradford Stevens, Daniel Perky, Taylor Y, Sam L, Mork, Tasty, Grimmery, Phoenix Tier 2121, Unsaddled Zebra, and Akadar, a fantastic group of people that support us on patreon.com/GameThatTune, and we love you guys. David, you took the request this week. Who gave us our requests?
Our request came from our Discord, which is probably the best place to make your requests, and it came from the Link Floyd.
Yep. Thank you, Link, patron. Not a patron absurd fan, but that's okay. We're not shaming you. We're thanking you. We're thanking you for that request. Yeah, David, like David said, he made his request in Discord. That's the best place for it, but you can also hit us up, gamethattune@gmail.com, or find us on Twitter at gamethattune, or you can find us individually on Twitter. I'm there at jgangsta187. You can find John Regan on Twitter at
Johnny Gunvolt.
You can find David Fleming on Twitter at
DFD Fleming.
And you can find this week's winner, Jesse Moore, on Twitter at
Sega_legend.
Hell yeah, guys. So, Jesse, you've got fantastic bonus tunes, and I would like to know what they are.
To go along with my theme, I chose Comeback Player of the Year by Megaran, and this is the KK Cruisin' remix.
Ooh, we love Mega Ran, baby, and we all love that MagFest set. So, yeah, we love you, Mega Ran. We love everybody for listening. Peace out, everybody.
Swish. Hey, hey. All right now. Yeah, it's Mega Ran and Kazoo. So put this in your Jeep and just cruise. Around the 90s, the Jeep was the vehicle to have. It's something like grandma mom with the cons on, wig blowing in the wind, gold tooth getting it shine on. I'm from a legends of forest in the dirt. Not born, you gon' wanna see this. Holding on to your popcorn. I used to have a handle on life, then it broke off. Went from being busy and booked to getting no calls. I've been sitting up in the house for what seemed like so long. That me and Kazu back. He put his foot in this joint. We gon' make it worth it. Thank you for the purchase or stream. We keep it hot like a furnace. Should be facing fast for what I do to mics. Kevin Harlan would say we had no regard for human life, but we too precise. Push limits further and further. Even Kevin Durant gotta spread the word of this murder. Trader Kemp was murder. I was waiting for a payday. Put this in your system and cruise like KK. Yeah, yes, I've been booed, and yes, I've been cheated. Yes, I've been loved, and yes, I've been feared. Yes, I've been down, but yes, I'm still here. Guess I'm the comeback player of the year. Down 30, it's still early. Clear the way, I close deficits in a hurry. Down but not out, and that be a fact that I'm the comeback player of the year. Down 30, it's still early. Clear the way, I close deficits in a hurry. Down but not out, and that be a fact that I'm the comeback player of the year. Kill a couple rappers, but they did it to themselves. Been an actor since the quarantine, sitting on the shelves, gaining weight, but I'm back in the gym, keeping it challenging. Now we celebrate like it's Juneteenth in Galveston. Random beats, the tradition is strong. 30-point run, got the computer assistance on. I'ma need that salty run back, shorty, cause everybody likes a good comeback story. Yes, I've been booed, and yes, I've been cheated. Yes, I've been loved, and yes, I've been feared. Yes, I've been down, but yes, I'm still here. Guess I'm the comeback player of the year. Down 30, it's still early. Clear the way, I close deficits in a hurry. Down but not out, and that be a fact that I'm the comeback player of the year. Kazu Beats, we did it again. Yeah. I would say we back, but it's pretty obvious. But I like saying it though. So we back.
Nobody Saves the World is copyright 2022 Drinkbox Games. 3D Dot Game Heroes is copyright 2010 Silicon Studio and Atlas. Legend of Mana is copyright 2021 Square Enix Company Limited. 3 Dirty Dwarves is copyright 1996 Appaloosa Interactive. Kid Dracula is copyright 1990 Konami.